Breaking news in the world of women's tennis. The WTA is facing what analysts are calling an imminent financial collapse, and this pressure has forced the organization to put a historic, multi-million-dollar proposal on the table. One that includes a guaranteed $1 million salary for Coco Gauff and other top players. Before we dive into this, make sure you subscribe right now. This channel brings you exclusive breakdowns you won't find anywhere else, and you won't want to miss the next updates on this developing story. Now, let's get into it. We're heading straight to the core of tennis management today, because the question circulating through every boardroom, every press conference, every negotiation table is this: has Coco Gauff's skyrocketing market value finally broken the WTA's outdated financial system? As the season winds down, insiders have confirmed that behind the scenes, the WTA has entered a critical extension in its financial negotiations. The Players Association and the Grand Slam boards have created a final window, one last opportunity, to reach an agreement on how players will be compensated moving forward. This is where things get dangerous. If no deal is reached, the sport could be pushed toward the worst-case scenario: a shutdown of tournaments, or even worse, top stars walking away because they already earn far more from endorsements than from prize money. And let's be honest, that would be catastrophic. But new information has just come out. Moments ago, specialized media confirmed that WTA leadership and the Grand Slams have presented a completely new compensation structure for athletes. Last week, talks centered around incentive-based goals that players would have to meet to earn multi-million-dollar payouts. But this new proposal? It's different, very different. A source familiar with the negotiations shared that the WTA has now proposed several offers that significantly increase player pay and introduce a new salary model, one designed to scale as WTA revenues grow. And here is the core of it. This might be the deal. The proposal includes a guaranteed $1 million base salary for elite players, starting in 2026. So before we even analyze the full structure, one thing is clear. This is guaranteed money, separate from prize money. Under the new revenue share model through WTA Ventures, elite players could see total earnings rise to around $1.2 million. Average player salaries would climb to around $500,000 annually, and minimum salaries for players pushing into the top 100 would jump to over $225,000. And the prize money pool? Massive jump. A historic increase, from $221 million to a projected record of $249 million in 2025. Even more importantly, the prize money cap would be tied directly to revenue growth every year after that. That's the key change. That's the financial security players have been demanding for years. This is what I like to see. It proves the narrative that WTA ownership wasn't willing to negotiate, simply wasn't true. They're trying to lock this deal down, and they know the cost of failing. No one wants a WTA lockout. Not the players, not the fans, not the media, not the owners. Now, since we're entering the analytical phase, let me remind you, if this breakdown is giving you real value, hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss the next update when the WTA releases more details. Back to the story. The WTA and the Grand Slams recognized that the previous proposal, filled with complicated incentives and performance triggers, was not enough. The new deal includes a guaranteed maximum salary in 2026, with a $1 million base and revenue share projected to bring that up to $1.2 million. Minimum salaries projected above $225,000, a direct link between prize money increases and revenue growth. This is dramatically different from the structure that's currently collapsing. Right now, the top of the salary scale is dictated by unstable prize pools that were crushed during COVID and never fully recovered. We don't yet know how the players feel. If the deal didn't happen yesterday, then clearly more negotiation is coming. Revenue sharing was always a key factor for them, and now, for the first time, the WTA is putting that directly on the table. The 6-week negotiation window is designed to force urgency. Both sides know this is their chance to close the deal. But here's where the mainstream media completely misses the point. This proposal is not a normal negotiation. This is a reaction, almost a desperate one, to the Coco Gauff phenomenon. Coco Gauff earned an astonishing $21 million in endorsements in 2024. Rolex, New Balance, Barilla, American Express, her signature shoe line. She is earning so much outside the court that prize money has become almost irrelevant. And this terrifies the WTA. If the tour cannot guarantee financial stability, if the system can't reflect the value of its biggest star, players like Gauff could simply prioritize exhibitions, appearance fee events, fashion collaborations, or brand-exclusive tournaments instead of low-tier WTA events. The $1 million base salary is not a salary. It's a loyalty check, a retention bonus, a financial anchor to keep Coco Gauff inside the WTA structure. It's the WTA saying, "We know the tour depends on you. Here's guaranteed money that reflects that." Because the truth is simple. Coco Gauff's $21 million endorsement value exposed how outdated the WTA's financial model really was. The old system relied on inconsistent prize money that didn't come close to matching the value that stars brought to the tour. Even Sabalenka, one of the biggest names in the sport, earns less than half of Gauff's commercial value. Gauff isn't just a tennis player. She's a cultural icon and the #1 marketable athlete in the WTA. And now the organization is trying to offer stability to match her influence. The question now is whether the WTA can actually keep its promises. Because Gauff's visibility, especially in the United States and among younger fans, has pushed WTA revenue to levels the league was not prepared for. WTA Ventures has poured in private equity capital, and revenue grew by 25% in 2024. The money is flowing because Coco Gauff is the engine pulling the entire train. The new proposal also attempts to fix the injustice at the bottom of the ranking. Under the old system, a lower-ranked top 100 player might earn $66,000 in prize money across a season, but spend nearly double that amount just to compete professionally. Coaches, travel, physiotherapists, the numbers didn't add up. Under the new structure, $225,000 guaranteed changes everything. The WTA is finally acknowledging that professional athletes deserve professional stability. And Coco Gauff is the reason this change is happening. She didn't have to strike. She didn't have to threaten to leave. Her success alone forced the league to change. Even still, problems remain. For example, the WTA still refuses to challenge the Grand Slams on scheduling parity or match formats, which keeps women out of primetime slots and reduces visibility. But money is the tool they're using to compensate for the obstacles they cannot change. The truth is that the old system simply wasn't designed to handle a superstar like Coco Gauff at age 19 or 20. It was built for older players reaching stardom at 26 or 28. The WTA was not prepared for a marketing powerhouse that earns $21 million before turning 21. If this new agreement passes, the next generation of players, the next Coco, won't have to rely on unstable prize money or pray for major sponsors just to survive. This proposal would finally bring stability to a sport that has needed it for decades. And make no mistake, Coco Gauff is the catalyst. Before we wrap up, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown on the WTA's financial restructuring and how it could change the future of women's tennis forever. The next video is already waiting. Click it now so you stay ahead of every update. I'm out. Peace.